Hello everybody and welcome to Anti-MLM Vlogmas Day 1, my version of Vlogmas on this channel. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Welcome or welcome back if you're not new or if you're new to this channel. I'm glad you're interested in these topics. I plan to participate in Vlogmas this year. We will see how it goes. I have the idea to film videos at least from December 1st until the 24th. That is when our Christmas here in Germany starts. That is the Holy Night. That's where we predominantly celebrate with family, and then we have the first day of Christmas and the second day of Christmas, which are bank holidays where you can spend time with your family as well, your extended family, and you celebrate that time as well, or with friends. So that is at least the plan I have. I might upload more videos until the 31st. We will see how it goes. I have started early filming these videos because otherwise it wouldn't be possible with my actual job to get that much content out. So wish us luck. I hope you do like these videos. Let's not do a long intro. Today we're going to start with a classic Vlogmas Day 1. It is an Instagram live from two Monat huns who try to sell us on the business opportunity. Now, full disclosure, I have to start to film some videos mid-August, otherwise I wouldn't be able to prepare all of these videos. This is one of the videos that I had to start early mid-August, so there might be more information. The Monat conference, their annual conference, starts at the end of the month. I don't have information yet. It could be that there is more information available now. There could be new territory launches. There could be new product launches. Maybe Monat at this point is shutting down. I doubt it, but there could be updates. So let's keep that in mind and let's get into the Instagram live from two Monat huns trying to present us on the amazing Monat business opportunity.
Hello everybody, happy Monday. We are doing a behind the brand call tonight, behind money, behind what we do. If you follow me or Joe, you've seen us posting about this brand and this product for years, and maybe you have been interested to know more about either of them, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. Joe is one of my really good friends in this business. I'm so happy to be doing this call with her because she has an incredible story and has seen so much success with Monat. So we're going to give you all the details tonight. If you are joining in right now, hi Lainey, hi Delaney. Can you guys just tell us where you're tuning in from? There we go.
Hello.
Hey gorgeous, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, just finished
I know.
nighttime routine.
Oh, sweet angels. I'm like, I wish mine were down at this time.
I texted her 3 minutes ago. I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna let me do this right now. And then with like 30 seconds to spare, he's like, okay, I'm sleeping now.
Aw, so sweet.
Well, thank you for doing this with me tonight. I'm really excited. I feel like we haven't done one of these in like 2 years.
I know.
So it's amazing because obviously we get questions all the time. What do you do? How do you do it? How can I get involved? And I feel like just having videos here that tell a little bit of our story so they can get to know us and then also learn about the opportunity and kind of what it would look like if they did decide to partner with us. And I think, yeah, the best way is to kind of just tell our stories of where we started.
Yes.
So
I honestly doubt that people regularly reach out and want to know what these people do. I think it is more a necessity for the people in Monat to tell their story, to push that content out, to get more eyes on them, their story, their rags to riches, rather than other people asking them what are they actually doing. I think it's the other way around, and it is a necessity for huns in Monat to do that regularly. And I don't doubt that some people might also ask them, hey, what do you do? You're selling shampoo? How does that pay you? Oh, okay. It's a network marketing company. Let me tell you more about this or give me more information about the opportunity. But I think predominantly it is their job at this point, and it doesn't pay them to be on social media and to post about their alleged successes in the company rather than other people regularly reaching out and wanting information on Monat and on the products.
off and kind of tell us where you were,
Let me lower
I
this.
guess.
Yes. Okay. So for everyone here that's new, welcome. We're so excited to be sharing tonight. My name is Joe. I will be 33 tomorrow. And I am a wife and a mom of three boys, just like Sam. I have been with this business now for 7 years. I just made 7 years this month. And before, when I share my story, I always like to paint a picture of who I was when I said yes to Monat, because I know there are a lot of women out there that feel just how I felt when you're listening to this, right? So you see me now, you see me talking, you see me doing all the things. That's not who I was 7 years ago. I was very, very insecure. I ran away from this opportunity because I simply did not think I had what it took. I had the look or the part. Like, this was not for me. I was not into social media at all. So you do not need an Instagram or social media following. No sales experience. I had a very small group of friends, like three to be exact. But I was in a very dark situation. Okay, so I was 6 months postpartum with my first baby. He's now 7 years old. I was already a business owner. I was a wedding planner, and I loved doing that up until I became a mom. And I realized even though it was my business, I was still trading my time for money. I was still leaving my child behind to go to meetings on weekends. Weddings were 17, 18-hour days, and it just did not sit well with me. And I think what I learned is that when you're not passionate about what you're doing, it shows in the way you show up. So I started kind of going like down a little depression hole. I think between postpartum depression, not having enough money, I was over $70,000 in credit card debt. And before like I knew a check was hitting my account, I already knew what that check was being allocated for. Like there was not $1 left. If anything, there was like $2 negative type of thing.
She looks very blurry. I guess it is her internet. She regularly has internet problems, so it's not this connection, it is her connection. And in came Monat. I always say this is really, really eye-opening if you listen to their rags to riches stories. It's never people who are happy, who are well in their life. Everything is going well, and then on top of that, let me take a look at this business opportunity. No, it is people who are in debt. She said it herself before that she was responsible for her debt because she was overspending. She was buying pricey things she couldn't afford, and her father had to bail her out multiple times. And the wedding business that she ran didn't help her, didn't help financially to pay off the debt she was in. She was postpartum, she was going through depression, as she says. And those are the people that Monat can cater to. Well, they can't, but those are the victims, in my opinion, that Monat and other Monat distributors knowingly or unknowingly prey on. And those are very, very sad stories in a way, because she's been in the company now for almost 7 years, 6.5 years, and she is doing what others did to her back then, now as well, on social media, and presenting her rags to riches stories, presenting herself as a success story who then was able to cater to her children. And the things she said before are not faults, that you do not have to have experience in sales, you do not have to have a big circle of friends, you do not need to have a following on social media, but all of that helps immensely. Most people who are at the top of the company had a lot of advantages, either because it was good timing or they were good at social media, they already had a following, they were good at sales, they had a big circle of friends and family they could sell to in the beginning, they saw some money coming back in, and then they were able to reach out to others trying to sell the products and the business opportunity to people outside of their circle. All of these things are beneficial, and they never mention that. You have a leg up if you have those advantages.
So my friend presents this business to me, and this is someone I knew, I loved, I trusted. It was not a stranger on Instagram, and I ran away from it, girls. I was so scared to even listen to what she had to say. I was super negative, super skeptical. I made fun of her. The first time she did a live on Instagram, I literally went on and commented on her live saying, "You look ridiculous doing this," okay?
What a lovely friend. And why can this never be somewhat of a balanced thing? Somebody offered me the products and the opportunity, and I said, no, it's not for me. No, it always has to be exaggerated. I ran away from it. I was scared. I was such a hater. I was such a critic. I posted on that person's live, you look ridiculous, but now look at me. I was completely wrong. I think it is to step in and to counteract criticism before it even comes up, because a lot of people are critical about network marketing companies, about Monat specifically. So they're trying to counteract before that criticism even comes up, but it sounds ridiculous. Who does that? Who runs away from an opportunity, is super scared, has none of the skills that they need to be successful, allegedly, and then does it anyway because, yeah, I was depressed and I had a child and I was in debt, so let me try it. That's not a good story. It is not inspirational, in my opinion. It shows very clearly why network marketing is so predatory.
And I share this for two reasons. Number one, if you're feeling that way, it's just inner work that you have to do. But number two, if, and when you join our business and you have people like that, it's not you, it's them, right? I came to join and become like her superstar in business. And that's the beauty of this business, that we're going to talk about the money, the trips, the cars, everything, but the growth that it gives us.
Yeah, that's the narrative they always like to spill. Like I said, counteract criticism before it even happens, and that way you can deal with other people. That way you don't question a sketchy business model. It's not you, it's the other person. It's the other person's negative mindset, and they need to change. They're the ones who are missing out. It is not you.
As women, as mothers, as entrepreneurs, as wives, sisters, daughters, you name it. Like, I have grown so much as a person. And now that's why I'm so passionate about this 7 years later, because I want to help other women that don't believe in themselves, that have low self-esteem, or that think they can't do something like that. And we want to show you that there's a spot for you here. So after 2 months of almost saying, after almost 2 months of saying no, I said, let me give this a try, right? I'm a realist. I'm struggling. I'm complaining every day. I'm not happy. She's claiming I can make money with this. Let me give it a try. And I said, I'm going to give it a whole 60 days. I'm going to go hard for 60 days, because one thing is, I will not judge something by what someone else tells me. Right? I don't care if it's my neighbor, my best friend, like, oh, that works, that doesn't work. And two people can have two different stories.
But you judged the business and the opportunity and what her friend did before she knew it. She judged it, but then she tried it. There are so many contradictions here already, it's wild.
So also keep that in mind. Just because someone did it and loved it or hated it doesn't mean it's going to be the same for you. So I gave it a fair shot. I said, let me go hard for 60 days. I put myself out there in ways that I never thought I would. I left my comfort zone completely, and I literally started seeing results right away. Okay, to fast forward 6 months into my Monat business, I decided to stop wedding planning. It was no longer serving me. I said, I'm making way more money being home with my baby. I shut down my wedding planning business. My first goal with Monat was to pay off my credit card debt, because I was literally drowning in interest. I paid that off, and I started just achieving all these milestones and all these incentives that they give us. And fast forward 7 years later, I'm still here, more passionate than ever. I've worked with thousands of women. I've been able to make over $6.5 million from home, from my phone. The cars, the trips, but the friendships. Like, I would have never met Sam if it wasn't because of this business. And that's something that I've been preaching a lot lately, is the community that comes with this. You're not doing this alone. It's not like a brand collab. It's not like paying, like, no, you're building roots, you're building friendships, you're connecting with other like-minded women. So that's a little bit about me, because I can go on forever.
Yeah, please don't. You're not doing this alone. To me, it always sounds like a threat when they say that. And I doubt it is about the community and giving people self-confidence. I mean, it might be appealing for some people, but you don't need to join a network marketing company to do so. And I don't know if you can see it in her background. It goes in and out because I think she has blurred her background as far as I can tell. She has those ridiculous appreciation checks from Monat. Monat at some point had a lot of people who were non-compliant and had to really get involved. And also the FTC, I think, had to get involved. There were lots of complaints that people were flaunting their alleged wealth, telling people how much money they made. But Monat thought it was a smart idea to hand out those overly exaggerated checks, saying, I think here in this case it's $250,000. Why do you hand out those ridiculous checks with a very clear amount? And she has that still in the background. It's about making money, all right? Otherwise you would have pictures of your family and your friends and the time freedom that you have. You would have those pictures in your background, not necessarily an oversized, ridiculous check that Monat cut them. And Monat was surprised, like, people, you need to be compliant, because according to Monat's own rules, you cannot tell people how much money you make. Because number one, it is unrealistic, which it is, because most people in network marketing and also in Monat lose money. And also the things that you say need to be truthful. And I think a lot of people, at least according to the regulatory organs, you can say how much money you make, but you need to be truthful, and you need to make clear that your audience understands by linking the income disclosure statements that you are not the norm, that most people are not able to make the amount of money they make. But Monat thought it was a smart idea to send out those ridiculous oversized checks. And she still has that one. That is,
I love it because our stories are so different, and that's what I love about Monat and this industry in general. It's like a lot of people that are coming to me and asking about the business, they're like, well, I don't have sales experience, or I am still in college, or I haven't worked a job in 10 years and I've been home with the kids. And I'm like, the best part about this is that anybody can try it. Like, if you're over 18, you can try this. And I think a lot of us, so for me, when I first started Monat, I was introduced by a complete stranger. So if you're watching this because someone has sent it to you and you don't know them, maybe you just met them on social media, that was me. Give it
that was me.
please, like years and see, like, okay, am I watching this for a reason? Was this put into my path for a reason? Because for me, it 1000% was. I was 22 years old when I started Monat. I was a senior in college. I had come from the nightlife industry. I was the girl who always had to work growing up. I always had to pay my way through college, my car, my dorm room, everything. And so from that age, I really had that hustle mentality, but I was also really burnt out. I was like working until 3 a.m., waking up, going to school. Like, I had no social life. And so at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I'm going to take this last semester off of work and see what happens. So I quickly ran out of my savings, and I was like, I just want to do something from my phone. Like, I want to do something from home. And I kept saying that. Literally a week later, this fell into my lap. A stranger brought this business up to me.
Let me guess, it's a sign, or if faith manipulation enters the chat, then it might also be God's will. He put that in their way. When in reality, you just stumbled upon an account from a Monatan who posts stuff like this regularly.
And I jumped on the phone with her out and signed up that day. So I know Joe was like the skeptic, but for me, I was like, why the heck not? I'm graduating in 5 months. I have no money to my name. I want something new. I'm a hustler. She's telling me, look, like, these products are amazing. What you put into it is what you get out of it. You can do it from literally anywhere. And I was like, say less, literally say less. My hair is breaking off. I was like platinum over processed blonde at the time. I could do this between classes. I could do it from my couch. I could do it from anywhere. And I had a 30-day money back guarantee if I hated it. And so for me, it was kind of like, what can I lose? Like, what can I lose? I walk into Target and spend $200 on nothing.
Literally.
And
Can lose a lot of money because you cannot just participate in trying to sell Monat to promote the product and the business opportunity. You need to spend money on a product pack, and then you will spend a lot of money as you go along. That is why most people also in Monat are at the lowest rank and they lose money, as do people industry-wide. The industry standard is people losing money, making $0, or rather being in the minus. The majority of people in network marketing end up in debt. That is an industry standard, and that is why it is such a bad opportunity and such a bad industry. And her story also tells me I was looking for something. I was about in 5 months to close school, to close college. What do? I can totally relate to that. I had various steps in my life and my career where I thought, oh, what am I doing now? It was rather easy for me when I finished school, because then I went to the US. I lived in Minnesota for a year. I lived with a family. I took care of their kids. I was able to enjoy life, but also work and do something meaningful, something that really brought me forward. But then I also thought, what am I going to do now? Okay, I'm going to study. And then I studied. And after I was done, after 4 years, I thought, what am I doing now? I have no clue. There's a lot of confusion. So if somebody then reaches out to you and says, I have a wonderful opportunity with great products because your hair might need that, then that is somebody who is preyed upon, in my opinion, just like Joe was. And now the two were doing the same to other people. There's confusion about your future. So that's why I think you're an easy target. It is not people who are settled in life, who are happy, who are confident, who have the financial means to just try this out. No, it is people who are looking for something. It is people who are vulnerable and people who are desperate.
or Ulta. And this, it's like I'm walking into Ulta buying these great products and getting a business attached to it. And so that's where I started, guys, with no real like plan of what I wanted to come out of this with. I used the products first, fell in love with them. I went over to my mom's house, my friend's house. I said, wash your hair with these. Let me know what you think. They all were obsessed with them. So I was like, okay, we really have something here with like the product. And then I started talking about the opportunity because I started making these paychecks every Friday from selling the products. And this was with me having like a private Instagram account. All my friends were 20, 22 years old, didn't have any business buying any luxury hair care. And I was finding success. Like, yes, people were also telling me no, but like I was loving it. I was loving the brand. I was loving the products. I was loving like the sisterhood and the community. It's like everything like a red personality, competitive, like girl person would thrive here. And so that's what I was finding. And so fast forward 5 months, graduating college, I wake up that day and the bonus check that I made was putting me at making like a full-time income from my phone at 22.
Oh,
I was 23 years old. And so I was sitting next to all my friends who were like going to these jobs where they had hold on, baby, go talk to daddy. He's in our room. I'm on a phone call. And going and sitting next to my friends who are going and getting these jobs that are making like 40 grand, like these terrible benefits. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm working on my phone, selling hair products. I'm making insane money doing it. And I was like, you know what? I'm always going to have this degree, but I'm not always going to have this opportunity. Like we are going all the way in. And that was it. That was it for me. I never stepped foot into corporate America. I never stepped foot into another job. It's been almost 8 years. I now have 3 kids. We've earned almost $3 million in commissions. The team is all over the world. We've countless trips, and guys, it's truly just been an amazing blessing. Okay, baby, give me 1 second. So, excuse me. That's a little bit about me.
This amazing business opportunity doesn't even allow her to cater to her child's need and to just hear what he has to say. Mute yourself, let Joe speak. That's time freedom right there.
I do want to talk on the product because that's the reason that we are able to be such a successful company. And I know I talked about it before. So we first started, you can sit on my lap. Hold on. We first started in hair care when we launched in 2014. So Monat is super big on anti-aging, clean products that deliver, right? So all of our products are going to go by the European standards. They ban over 13 harmful chemicals and ingredients from beauty products, and the US only bans 11. So the fact that we're able to completely sell in Europe is amazing. So we started in hair care, really focusing on scalp health. So now you hear about scalp oiling and scalp exfoliation and all of these things. Monat started that 10 years ago.
Monat didn't start oiling. I knew about oiling. If you are a dry-haired, frizzy-haired, curly-haired girly as well, you have heard about that before. This is something that was already prominent in other cultures and also in the Western world. And Monat didn't invent it. Monat didn't start. It's just a way for them to sell their overpriced oils that the Huns purchase the oil, which has over 100, I think it costs over $100 now, $110, which is insane if you think about it. It's a hair oil. It's just a way for the market partners to use that oil up rather quickly, in my opinion, and to purchase more. Monat did not invent any of these things.
So that has been like the forefront of what we do. And when you focus on the scalp and you take care of the skin on your head, right? Like we exfoliate our skin, we wash it twice a day, we take such great care of it. Well, the skin on your head is your scalp, and that ages 12 times quicker than the skin on your face. And so you can imagine like needing to take care of that is important for the health of your hair. And so that's really where we targeted, and that's why so many people have found such amazing results with our products. We have over 3 million customers worldwide.
Looks like Joe is zoning out. She's just sitting there nodding like, oh my god, I hate my life. I've been on these lives so many times before. We're always saying the same shit.
And then we expanded into skincare. A couple years later, and then into wellness and skincare makeup. So we truly have like the 360 of beauty. It's amazing because I get right.
Yep, she is not there. Nobody is there in the house. Those are blank eyes. That is me at a call at 5:30 thinking, why? Why couldn't we have done this 2 hours early? I'm tired. I'm hungry. I want to finish up the day. That's her at the moment.
Every day, and it helps me feel beautiful from my hair to my skin to my insides, and it's my job too at the same time. And so it's not like I'm having to change any of my habits or go out of my way to do something. I'm truly working when I'm getting ready in the morning and sharing it with my friends in my social media. And so the products are clinically tested, clinically proven, all hair types, okay? If you have coils, if you have oily roots, if you have frizzy hair, if you are thinning, anything that you can think of, we have a customized routine for you, which is why I love them. And then as far as the skincare goes, same thing there. So the products are great, and that's why we're able to have a successful company. So why don't you talk about the business side of things and how that works?
But they're not having a successful company. Monat, the owners of Monat, the Ordaneta family, they run a network marketing company, and I doubt that they're that successful. They're not having a successful company. They're selling in the name of Monat.
Yes, I love that, Sam. And I love to point out, because obviously we're both moms, like working our business from home with and around our kids, it's something that I've been doing for 7 years and does not get old for me. Every time I see a baby come up or my babies come up, I'm like, we're so blessed. We are so blessed to be able to do this. And whatever your circumstance is, maybe it's kids, maybe it's dogs, maybe it's another job, maybe it's your parents you're taking care of. Like, you can do this in addition to whatever it is that your life looks like already.
No, obviously not. And this interaction with her child just proved that. Go to daddy, I'm on a call. She wasn't able to cater to her kid. She moved her kid out of the way and probably said something like, leave or we'll talk later. Obviously not. And that's okay. Sometimes you need to spend time with your children exclusively, and sometimes you need to spend the time on working your job exclusively. This interaction shows she cannot do both things at the same time.
And that was very attractive to me, right? Because we don't have any monthly fees. We don't have any monthly quotas. We don't carry any inventory. So it is a very flexible business. Most people come in wanting to check it out or do it part time. We don't have, not a lot of people's like, Sam, let's go, I'm going to run. So it's good because you don't have to meet certain things. You literally will get out of this what you put into it. So I love that because I was testing the waters. Something else is that we're still a very ground level company. We just made 10 years. So what does that mean for you when you join us today? You are literally part of growing the next generation of Monat.
There is no next generation of Monat. I'd be surprised if Monat survives the next 3 years. Monat suffers from market saturation, and even them opening up in other territories doesn't help. More and more people are leaving Monat. Money is down. Their compensation plan shows that, or their income disclosure statement rather shows that. More and more people make less and less money compared to the years before. Monat makes less and less revenue because more and more market partners are leaving. It's not a ground floor opportunity. It is a company that has aged rather quickly and is overly saturated after 10 years.
When I started, we were only in 3 countries. We are now in 12 countries, and we've had a chance to launch all those countries with the company. Same thing for the products. When we started, we only had hair care. Then Sam already talked how we evolved about the skincare, the wellness. You have a chance to grow and evolve with the company. And that to me was also very attractive because I said, if I'm going to join network marketing, I want to build with them from the ground up. Okay. Now, when, Sam said we get ready every day, I had seen another network marketing company that I loved the girls' lifestyle, but I could not get behind those products because it meant I had to change my lifestyle. Now we're all women, right? Or most people here are probably women. Even if you're men, we have products for men. You wash your hair every day, every other day, once a week, twice a month, whatever the case may be. You are already washing your hair. You are already on your phone if you're watching this video, if someone sent it to you. Why not let those two things monetize and pay you and help you discover what you really are capable of? That is what we do in this business. I don't even like to call us salespeople. I don't like to call us influencers because all those words may scare some people away, like they scared me.
Because you are salespeople, and not everybody can be a good salesperson. You're selling the products and the business opportunity, and then you're forced to buy into the Monat products because otherwise you cannot sell them. Everybody washes their hair, yes, but them washing their hair with Monat products or applying the skincare doesn't pay their checks. They need to promote themselves on social media using the products, showing how wonderful they allegedly work, showing the results on themselves. But typically, you wouldn't do that with Monat products. You have products you like, but when you join a network marketing company, you need to buy into the products. And that's how Monat makes the most money, via their own distributors and not necessarily by external customers who love the products so much. You have to start to use the overpriced Monat products. Whereas before, you might have had products you liked and they were a lot cheaper and a lot easier to get your hands on. Who wants to buy products with a business model attached? It is 2025. Let's stop this buffoonery.
I like to say we share, we educate, like we talk about a product you love, just like if you go to Starbucks this morning and get a matcha a certain way and you share it, same thing.
Not the same thing, because sharing doesn't get you paid. You showing the products on social media doesn't get you paid. You need to sell the product and the business opportunity. Otherwise, you don't get paid.
And then we share the business side of it. A lot of people don't know that you can make money by doing this. A lot of people, we're taught to grow up, go to school, get a degree, get a job, work Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. You're successful, 2 weeks off the whole year. I don't even know, because I only had one corporate job for 8 months and I was like, I cannot do this. But we're taught that, and a lot of us don't know, like, there is another way to not only make an income, but make a living. Because to me, and I know Sam feels the same way, it's not just about money. We both make great money, but it doesn't cost us time with our family and whatever that may be to you, right? So it's like,
It obviously does. The interaction before showed that very clearly.
you can make great money, but you can also put your life first, your kids first, your husband first. It's a very
Obviously not.
flexible business where you call the shots. You can get paid up to 5 times a month. So for someone who was broke as a joke, that was very attractive to me. I was like, wait, I can get a paycheck every single Friday and the 15th of the month. Obviously, if you work for it. We have incentive trips that you can qualify for. When I joined, I wasn't even thinking about any of this. I needed money, like I needed air to breathe. Everything else was like, I didn't even care. But it's pretty cool that for doing the work that we are already getting paid for, on top of that, you can qualify for paid for trips. I went from never flying, never traveling, to traveling multiple times a year, a lot of them paid for by the company. We have a car program that you can be a part of. And the special thing about our car program is that it's right in the smack middle of our compensation plan. You don't have to be at the top rank. You don't have to be in the company for years. It is a very attainable rank. We have girls achieve it. When I say rank, I mean like level. We have people achieve it in a month, in 6 months, in a year, 2 years, but you can drive a car that the company gives you a monthly payment for. So it is a very complete business structure. It is something that is yours. It is something that you can build, from the ground up. And it is something that I like to call, this is like a personal development course with a paycheck. And maybe you're listening and you're like, what is personal development? I don't need it. I was that person. I don't need to grow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to like discover yourself and your purpose and what you want to do out of life. And we're getting paid for doing just that. So, how the business would work, you join us today. You have all the resources, the tools.
It's a personal development course with a paycheck. But most people in Monat don't get paid. They pay the company. So it's personal development, and rather pricey personal development. In my opinion, it's also rather brainwashing, not personal development. You can personally develop doing whatever. You don't need to join a network marketing company if you want to personally grow.
Blueprint, the mentorship with whoever you sign up with, and you just start talking to people, right? It's something as simple as you're getting, for example, this month we had a crazy deal where you can get 6 business partners, 6 people that want to work with you, 6 people that need extra income, 6 people that just want to add something to their plate. 8 customers that want to try the products. Everyone is hooked on our products once they try them. Something as simple as that can get you like over $2,000 from home, from your phone, at your own time. So that is what the business entails. I know a lot of people usually ask, like, but how often do I have to post, or how many hours? You decide that. And that is a conversation you have with your mentor once you join, and you say, I want to make this much money. I have this much time to dedicate to it. And we make like a plan for you. It is very, very simple, very, very duplicatable. And I think it's like, I don't want to say it's the new in thing, because we've been doing it for 7 and 8 years now, but it's like everyone that truly understands it says, why didn't I start this sooner? Okay, so now Sam is going to tell us how we can get, well, actually, before Sam does that, I want to put a very quick emphasis on this month. We have something super special ending this month, and that is the opportunity for you to secure founder shares with this company. Okay, this is something that companies usually do when they launch, and Monat did that when they launched. And the people that got founders are blessed because they've made, a lot of them have made over $500,000 just from founder shares. So what it is, it's like a 1% of the company's revenue. It gets thrown into a pool and it gets divided evenly by the amount of founders. Now, when I joined, when Sam joined, that didn't exist. I was very salty about it. But when we made our 10-year anniversary, they opened it up again, a brand new pool for what we call now visionary founders. And you have the chance to earn that when you join us today up until the end of June. They give you a whole year to get to level number 6 of the company, which is also where you earn your car. You do that and you maintain that, and you have founder shares for life. That's 4 extra paychecks a year. And we're talking not $100 paychecks. We're talking big paychecks, residual income, paying off kids' colleges, retirement money. Like, this is something so huge that I feel like a lot of people from the outside in do not understand. So if you've at all been thinking about it, considering it, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, secure your chance this June. Get signed up, and when you start working, you start working. You have a year to get there, but it's something that come July 1st, we will no longer have. So that's just up until this month ends. Now, Sam, tell us how we can get started.
Monat really screwed them over because they were pitching this in June. You have to join now, the last opportunity. If you want to become a founder, then you should do this now. And then Monat extended the founders share opportunity until September. So they really screwed their market partners over and let them look absolutely ridiculous and like clowns, as if they don't understand what the company is standing for and how you can make money in the company by offering them an opportunity that was supposed to stop in June, but then Monat extended that to September. I would be absolutely mad if I joined in a month and it was the last month to join and I believed that I would get these great and amazing bonus checks, which I do not believe is working out for the founders anymore. Only the original people who joined, who were able to participate in the bonus payments, probably made a good amount of money. I do not support the $500,000 that they are actually able to make that much money. It is probably hundreds of bucks, and it's not for life. You need to keep that rank. You need to stay in the company. If Monat shuts down, if Monat closes the program, if they decide that they're going to terminate your account, it is not for life. But Monat really screwed them over by saying, oh, surprise, we're now going to extend the Visionary Founders Pool deadline until September. It is absolutely ridiculous. And as a salesperson, these two people are salespeople for Monat. I would be absolutely infuriated because it looks like I don't know what I'm talking about when the company just out of nowhere changes the rules and extends that period.
Yes, and I am a founder now with these new founder shares, and I can just tell you guys that it can cover mortgages, and this is just the first few that they've done. When you look at the long picture of Monat and what they want to do, they want to be the number one direct sales company in the entire world.
Won't
They are
happen.
going global.
Not a
They just
chance.
announced at our convention in August that we're launching multiple companies. We're launching 9 new products. Like, if there was, what we're doing here is so special, you guys. We just partnered with TikTok Shop, the first direct sales company to ever do that. There's girls that are selling 12,000 in sales on TikTok Shop already, and we've only been on there for 3 months, and they earn 45% commission on that. People love our products. This business works because of the way the world is working, because there's so many people who are needing extra money. There's so many moms who are at home with their kids because that's the only option for their family, and they're going into debt, and they need something that's flexible. They need something that can work with their schedule on their time. And how Joe was talking about how amazing the opportunity is, I want you guys to understand, you don't have to quit your job to do this. You don't have to. This is something that probably 90% of people have full-time jobs, have multiple children, and they work this into their day. Whether it's 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunch. Like, think of just replacing the time that you're you're on your phone, and look at your screen time tonight. And if it's like an hour to 2 hours a day, you 1000% have the time to do this. I promise you. And I always say, people who are like, yeah, I don't have the time. None of us have the time. We make time for things that are important for us. And for me, when I first started this, yes, I didn't have kids yet. Yes, I didn't have that much responsibility, but at the time I knew what I wanted for my future. And I knew that my husband was working way too many hours and that we weren't going to have him home. So I'm like, I need to find a way to make extra money to invest this money so we're able to buy our time back as a family. So I didn't watch Netflix. I didn't do brunch on Sundays. Like, I worked my business and it's paid off, as you guys can see. So
yeah, that's so sad. And she still does it. She still seems like she prioritizes Monat. She's not at any of the director ranks, I think. She's not an SED. So after that many years within the company, that is so sad. She even kind of pushes her child out of the way because she has to prioritize Monat. If you have screen time where you watch Netflix for an hour, or you play on your phone for an hour, or you watch YouTube videos, those can be very valuable minutes and hours in a day for you to come down after a stressful day or to start your day slow. Some people don't want to get up, drink a coffee while they're scrolling on their phone. I'm somebody who starts their day slow. I get up, I always take time to drink my coffee, I open the door and I sit on my balcony or I take a look outside. And I enjoy that. And I would never trade that in. Also, when I do YouTube videos, there is a lot going on in my professional life and also in YouTube and in my personal life. I always prioritize that time because it's important for me. So me cutting out 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour in the morning that I need to get into the day with a slow start wouldn't be helpful to hustle and run a business. It can be so damaging when you have to do this 24/7. And even 7 or 8 years later, she's not able to prioritize her child. We have just seen that. It's not a good opportunity. They show me why this is not a good opportunity.
Here's the thing, like, we're here to help you. We want to partner with you. And we can help this work around your schedule and what you have going on. You just have to meet us with the energy of like, look, I'm sick of my stuff. I'm sick of the situation that I'm in. I'm willing to be Joe and put my pride aside and my ego aside for a second. Yeah, I had my mind made up of what this like network marketing thing was. I thought it was silly. But when you really understand what's available here for you guys, I promise you, you're going to be like, okay, I was wrong about this.
Yeah, I doubt that. Why do they never take the time? They always address this as, oh, I thought it was silly. I thought I couldn't do this. I thought it was sketchy. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. They're always addressing a version of critique and haters because network marketing is regarded so critically now, thankfully. Why don't you just clear this up where you're not sketchy, where you're not scammy? But they cannot do that. They only need to focus on their own alleged success, never admitting that they're the outlier and that they're not the norm. And most people who will join and want to make use of this opportunity will end up losing money or make very, very little money, making other people money, but spending a lot of time on doing nonsensical things. They will stop after a couple of months or years because most people simply don't have the time and they don't have the money to push that into a system that ultimately doesn't pay them back.
So how do you get started? Let's say tonight you're like, okay, I'm ready. I want to do this. The first step is to get your products. So you kind of like how I was talking about, you go into Ulta, you pick out your products. So we have different product packs at different options. The baby fell asleep right here on the floor next to me. So there's different product packs at different price points. Our smallest one is $150. When me and Joe joined, the smallest product pack, at least when I joined, was $299. So I didn't even have to, I had to ask. He was my boyfriend at the time. He's my husband now. He gave me $300. I was like, I'll pay you back. He's like, don't be silly. But in 2 weeks, I made that money back, right? So the best way to share these products, like I said, I went to my mom's house, I washed her hair. I went to my friend's house, I washed her hair. You want to get your hands on these products.
Yeah, you really don't, because Monat starter packs, they're getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, at least the entry level, the lowest priced one with actual products. They started with a product pack $299, Regularly, Monat has the lowest, the smallest product pack that you need to purchase to start with Monat at $199. And forever they have that product pack now at $150. In my opinion, because they cannot sell it. It's just not doable for people to spend $200 on those products to be able to step into the business opportunity. And that's why they have those product packs lowered so much. It's not a good sign from Monat's side, because if they were such a great business opportunity and the products were so valuable, then people would still purchase them at $199 or $299. They regularly have those now at discounted prices. And at that time it was $150, and that has already been going on for months. It's a sign that Monat is struggling hardcore. And that is why these people are on these lives trying to tell you that it's time for you to join now. Not for you, not to better your financial wealth, but to better theirs so that they can rank up. Joe is not at the SED level anymore. The last time I checked, and I can insert it here when I edit the video, at what rank she currently is at. She struggles to get back up there. She hasn't been able to hit the highest rank again. She dropped in ranks. Paychecks are down, and that is why we have pitches like this.
Okay, so 150 is our smallest, and it goes up to 649. Okay, obviously the bigger pack is more products, more savings. If you can swing a bigger pack, I think all of our biggest regret is not getting the biggest one, because you have all the hair products, you have both of the skincare routines, you have the wellness. They're all customizable, so you guys are going to be getting so much product that you're going to be able to share with people, tell people how it feels on your hair, on their skin. They're going to be able to try it, etc.
You might get more products when you purchase the priciest pack, but let's also not forget the motive of somebody trying to sell you on this. They make more commission if they're able to sell you on a product pack $650, more than one on 150. So let's also keep that in mind. If you purchase the priciest, the biggest product pack to start in Monat, they also make more money. And that's why we hear these narratives. We all wished we had purchased the bigger packs. Did you? Are you sure? Or is it beneficial for your paycheck if somebody joins and they actually get the biggest pack?
If you're like, girl, I can't even afford a $200 emergency right now, use Klarna, get the 150 pack, and let's hustle so we can make your first paycheck next week. Okay, hold on, honey, I'm talking. And then you get that, and then that comes with your website, so you are able to plug in, send people your link. They're going to shop straight through your link. Okay, you don't hold inventory, so the company literally handles everything else. We are the middlemen. We are the person that is sharing about the products. We are the person sharing about the business opportunity, and they go in and we send them a cart for their products. They check out, and the company pays you 5 times a month. Okay, comes with all of that access to our trainings, our group chats, the community, everything. So that is your first step. If all said and done, you try the products, you don't love them, you are able to return that and get your money back within 30 days. But I don't think that's going to be the case. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. For me, if I didn't get $300 to start, I wouldn't have made $3 million. I wouldn't have been able to get my husband home from work more.
That is so irresponsible to tell somebody, if you don't have $200 for an emergency, then get the lowest product pack and pay that on Klarna. That is so predatory. Please do not do that. And once again, time freedom, right? Because that's the blessing of Monat, that you now have the time to spend time with your children and cater to their needs and be a present mom. She has ignored 2 of her children now.
I wouldn't have been able to go on vacations and buy investment properties and all of those things. So it's like the cost of not trying that was scary to me. So yeah, that's what we do. It's very simple. Like, don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's very simple. If you have the work ethic, you can plug in here and we can make some magic happen. So I don't know if you wanted to close this out, Joe, or give any
I
final
love
thoughts.
that. I mean, listen, nothing changes if nothing changes. Whether you have the mindset that Sam had, which hopefully you do, or you're a little more skeptical like I was, you're never going to know unless you try it for yourself. And I love how you said, you know, if you didn't spend 300, you wouldn't have made 3 million. Like, guys, I did not have the money. I had $70,000 in credit card debt, and I said, what's 300 more? And I put it on a credit card, right? So When there is a will, there is a way. I feel like you're listening to this for a reason. And I'm a firm believer that life's biggest blessings come in the most unexpected packages. I promise you that Sam's dream was not to sell shampoo on Instagram. My dream was for sure. I did not grow up thinking, I hope I'm an influencer and sell shampoo on Instagram. No. But when I had my baby, I said, I want to be a full time mom 24/7, and I never want to have to stress money. Monat was the vehicle to my dream life. Monat was the vehicle to Sam's dreams life. Whatever your dream life looks like, Monat can be the vehicle with finances, with networking, with connections, with training, with all the things. So you have nothing to lose and so much to gain.
Unfortunately, that's not true. These two might have struggled financially, but they're the exception to the rule if they were able to make a profit. I'm not talking about making millions, I'm talking about making a profit in Monat. And if Monat is a vehicle, then unfortunately it is a vehicle into the poorhouse for most people, and not a vehicle to financial success and time freedom.
Go back to whoever invited you on the call and say, I'm ready, get your pack, and we're so excited to welcome you to the team.
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye,
Bye,
good
Joe.
night.
These Instagram lives, my eye is twitching because of all of the BS that they were spreading. These Instagram lives, they don't disappoint. Predatory AF. The system is predatory, the pitches are predatory, it is absolutely highly irresponsible to say to somebody, hey, if you don't have the money, spend the money so that you can hopefully make the money back and buy it on Klarna, pay in different small payments where you have to pay very likely more than if you were able to pay the full price, instead of being honest and saying most people in Monat don't even make their money back. So if you struggle financially, don't try this out. And time freedom, my ass. I mean, she ignored 2 of her children here who needed something from her. And as parents, you might be able to relate to this. But it is not smart to do that on social media during a live, because the version of time freedom, being a present parent, is simply not true. And we have seen this here on this live. And Joe has said the same thing. She said when she did Monat and she had 1 son, she didn't really cater to his needs. He was so small, he didn't even understand a lot of things. She would park him in front of the TV for a couple of hours, she would do Monat, and then she would spend time with him. So that version, once again, of time freedom doesn't pay off. Joe at that time, she was struggling to make a living in Monat, to rise in the ranks. But the other person should be more established in Monat. That never stops. And that's why I think those lives are so important. And that was a good way to start Vlogmas Day 1. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on further uploads. We will see what comes your way tomorrow. If you don't want to miss out on Vlogmas Day 2, then subscribe to the channel as well. And if you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, tschüss!